Hello, honeybees. Today's reading is for July 17th. It's Thursday, July 17th. I'm doing this reading on Tuesday, the 15th. I have tried to do this reading 3 times. There is something that is blocking a clear message from coming out. And I'm not going to get into all the multiple messages unless they come out. But I have decided that that message, I made a choice that I was going to instead just pull oracle messages for today. Either that or I was just going to give up. And I think that's part of the message as well. It's not when things get difficult or are unclear, and they will be, we have to determine, like, do you bail, give up ship, give up the ship, whatever, jump ship, or do you find a new way to problem solve? And there were elements of that in all of those readings. There was about surrender, but then there was about, remaining hopeful and healing and choosing to let the tower fall. And it was just kind of like, what is happening here? And why can't I get, so I've never had that before to that extent. And so I said, okay, well, let's try it a different way then. So we're going to get an oracle message from Wisdom of the Oracle. We're going to get an oracle message from Spirit Animal Oracle, both by Colette Baron Reed, and then Keepers of the Light, because I think we need it, by Kyle Gray. I may decide to go ahead and keep on going. I'll push pause and then go get some more oracle cards. I don't know. I don't want this to be forever. But Mercury, if I didn't already say it, Mercury retrograde goes retrograde today. Okay. And we've already been in the pre-shadow period, so there could already be some miscommunications or a feeling or a pull to go back and redo and revisit something. You may be getting already feeling energies coming back around towards you. You might be reflecting on some things. Getting that little niggle to like go back and complete a project, which is all of the positive things of Mercury retrograde, right? Like redoing things, revising, whatevering. Yeah. Okay. New life. And there was something in one of those readings where it was like, okay, once I surrender and I choose to, I recognize the power of surrender. Then I have the power to begin brand new instead of remaining frustrated and knocking myself out to not have to deal with change. But once I accept something is gone, dead, over, no longer working, I let go of all the frustration and the anxiety and the exhaustion, so I can actually become truly empowered and move toward into the new. Where do I want to put this? Okay, I will be reading. Let's get our second one. I don't know if I was in the middle of a thought before the card came out, so I was going to keep going. Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. What number was that? That was 39, that was 3. This is a 5. Okay, Hawk Spirit. We got it in protection position. You know, hawks see from a higher, more focused position. But let's see, why is it in the protection position? Okay. Keepers of the light. Oh, are you kidding? Wow. Ooh, I'm glad I'm doing it like this because I was really getting frustrated. Oh my God. Okay, Mercury. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Wow. Bottom of the deck. Gaia. Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth and stay grounded. What else is there? Why am I making faces? Why wouldn't I make faces? 5 a.m., somewhere around 5 a.m., I woke up and I put on some music to try to get back to sleep, and it just brought tears. So I decided to do a meditation, get off of that music, and go on to something else. And the meditation was this huge, like, volcanic eruption, like, huge. And I'm like, is that a volcano or is it something else? No, it was a volcano. But then it started going off into the distance, and then all this water. And then it became, very kind of flowy and fluid and calming. And then that started kind of moving into the background. And then I could kind of see people like here in my vision, kind of about that, a bit of amount. So there is something about Earth, big time. What that is, I don't know. But there are predictions, so I'm just going to leave it at that. New life. 39. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you, and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. Okay. Hawk spirit. This is in the protection position. Are you noticing red flags? Perhaps saying to yourself, oh, what pretty flags, and giving them no more thought? Hawk Spirit has arrived to tell you to stop and listen to the messages from Spirit. Take the time to observe the patterns you are seeing and do not dismiss your intuition, even if the messages you receive are not supported by evidence in the physical world. If it feels illogical to listen right now, listen anyway. Sometimes you might want certain signs and messages to mean what you want them to mean, interpreting through the lens of wishful thinking, a projection of your desire to see things a certain way. Of course, when you do that, you rarely find yourself where you want to be. No, you end up in like frustration and confusion and anxiety, maybe even depression sometimes. Take heart. Spirit loves you so much and does not want you to get hurt, but to align with Spirit's plan for your highest good. Listen and follow the signs and check your motives when you are being selective with your hearing. I mean, I could have completely shut down those reading, like just, I'm done. I'm not doing a reading for today. I have time, but I don't have time always. And so I was like, no, I think I need, there was it was just kind of like, I don't want to say guidance, but do something different. Guidance, intuition, nudge. That's the word I want. Okay. Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. Mercury is the Roman god of, I love this color, and I wore my labradorite today for this particular reading. In Greek mythology, he is known as Hermes. He has often been depicted with wings on his feet, representing his capacity to be swift and carrying a caduceus, the same healing wand that Archangel Raphael is known to carry. As well as overseeing communication, he oversees the planet Mercury. When this goes retrograde, which means it appears to go backwards when seen from the Earth, communication can be difficult or delayed. Whoa! We can call on Mercury for help with loving, honest, and open conversations, divination, and any form of expressive art such as writing, poetry, and journalism. He can also help us heal communications that have caused distress. I'm going to read the extended message because what? We've got the Mercury card in Mercury retrograde the day of. Open all levels of communication now. Important messages, information, and insights are being shared. Are they? You may hear from an old friend or family member, or have an opportunity to finally understand a loved one you've not had an easy time with. You may be able to clarify situations where you feel you weren't heard properly or were misunderstood. Get things off your chest in a loving way so that you can clear all the roads to love in your life. Listen to. Communication is a two-way street. Mercury is here now to allow you to hear clearly and be heard. Okay. I have 2 oracle decks I have not used yet. I'm planning to use them when I start doing like more love readings, and I don't even know if I want to do that, but I will, for personal readings. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go grab those decks, and we're going to add a little bit more to this if this is something that you're dealing with, wanting or needing to get something off your chest. Okay, so I have combined 2 decks. One of them I just got today, just saged it and was playing around with it, shuffling, and then joining the 2 decks together. So I have the Hidden Truth Oracle, okay? This is 2 decks combined into one. I am going to divide the combined deck into 2. This is a message from them, and then I'll pull a message from you, okay? So here's you, here's them. Set your intention. use your intuition to decide how to receive this message. Okay? Whoa. Them. We both know I am not the one for you. I lost myself for a little while. Okay? This is them. We both know I am not the one for you. I lost myself for a little while. This is if their higher self was able to communicate. You. Use your intuition to discern this. Determine who is the person. Doesn't have to be a lover. Could be a family member, a business, a boss, partner. Could be a lover. Could be an ex. Could be a current person that, you know, maybe you've been with and you had something that needs to get off your chest. Okay? You. I wish I had treated you better. What does that mean? What does that mean for you in this dynamic? How could you treat this person better? Could you listen better? Could you speak in a language that they can receive? Okay, that's all I have, honeybees. I hope that was helpful. Very unique, different. Had to pivot somehow to get this reading out. I kind of enjoyed it. All right, thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.